Hello everyone, how are we all doing? Hope you're all doing alright. Let me lower my volume, my mic volume just a little bit because I think it's being a bit too loud. Right. Guess I tested it with the microphone being slightly further away from me. Anyways, let's get ourselves over here. And yeah. What's up everybody, it's Pokearrows, and today I am back to Pokemon Scarlet for a little bit of shiny hunting. If you're surprised by the game choice, first of all, give me a second to close the door here, because I forgot to do that. Great. If you're surprised by the game choice, well, I welcome everyone. Right now, the Small PokéTuber Club that I'm a part of, that I recently posted a video about, and I've been talking about it from time to time. The Small PokéTuber Club is currently running a shiny hunting event. Basically, we as a community are trying to get as many shinies in 2 days as possible. It's over 2 days. Excuse me while I'm doing a bit of stream management, because what I forgot to do is to add a link to join the Small PokéTuber Club. So I'm doing a bit of stream editing of editing while I'm talking, and apparently the game has gone dark. All right. So yeah. So I decided basically to just go to a game that gives me more shinies usually. So the reason I'm here in this cave is because this is the place where you get Roaring Moon to spawn, like that over there, and I've been trying to get that, as you can see right here. In order to do that, I need a dragon sandwich, and in this file, if you'll see, it should be over here, I have 0 Herba Mystica. And you can't make sandwiches within Area 0 anyways. So what I'm going to do is that I have my Switch Lite in here with my copy of Pokemon Violet, my regular save, and I'm going to joining it here in a little union circle. That is the code. No need to hide it because I'm on local. I'm local anyways. So together, I'm on local communication anyway, so there's no real problem with me having it up on stream. So obviously we're going to go somewhere else, even though we're both next to the 0 gate. Oh, apparently that is too loud. We are going to remove that filter. Apparently, it's just that Area 0 is very quiet. Apparently, that was the problem. So, we're now both going to fly over to the 0 gate because I want to at least be as close as I can be to Area 0 before I make the sandwich. Set up the picnic. Go ahead and join the picnic. And then Masquerada joins my lovely team of evolutions. And then I make a sandwich here, and I join making a sandwich here. Then it happens like this. A dragon sandwich using the rice drop or cleared. Basically, I need a recipe that does have a lot of ingredients so I can share them between the two save files, because everyone has to bring at least one ingredient and at least one condiment. So what I do here is that I go cucumber, pickle, and salt, because salt doesn't add anything to it. I've already done it, so I know that works. Okay. And over here, I'll add the avocado that's needed for the dragon sandwich. Sorry. The avocado that is needed for the dragon sandwich, and the herba mystica. So you can't use sweet and sour at the same time, but you can use other stuff. I'm using sweet and spicy. And then obviously we're using the smiling bee peck. And then you also get a big bread, because the more people that join, the bigger your bread gets. And then I'm going to leave the other game doing nothing while I'm sorting out the sandwich. Cucumbers and pickles, and release the top bread. And then it's all fun and great. And now you'll see that we have the regular stuff for a shiny sandwich with level 3 encounter, title, and sparkling power for dragon. And then I'm going to put the other console into sleep mode. And it's going to go, oh, your group has been disbanded. Ah! Just so I don't waste the battery on that one. So yeah, the event has been going pretty good. They've counted the community day and go. This is the haul that I got yesterday in here. So that's 10 Pokemon here. I got 9 Lechonk in yesterday's community day, and one more Zigzagoon and Omega Ruby. Some people have managed to get a few more shinies than me, but 20 is not a bad number. I'm going here, and you can see that immediately we get Roaring Moon. And also some other stuff, because it's weird. Yeah, plenty of citrus berries. Oh, that's a Greybird. So yeah, So obviously, Roaring Moon is Dragon Dark, which is the same exact typing as the Zweilous that also spawn here. Using fairy is a bit easier to get in Violet. If you use fairy, you basically only get Iron Valiant wherever possible, obviously. In Scarlet it's not as easy because you have the Dragon Dark Zwilius and a ton of other Pokemon that spawn for some reason, even though we do have encounter power at level 3. But using Dark is even worse because for Dragon you only have the Roaring Moon and the Zwilius that are boosted, but Dark you also have Sneasel, you also have that you have Sableye. Fluttermane is not boosted. I don't know why it's spawning so much. And also I can't run. Hello Tharks. Can really take a while to find some mons even with sandwiches. Yeah. I think it's specifically this cave that has... I think it just has many spawn points with many different kinds of Pokemon. And the Roaring Moon only spawn where they can. It's like they're not in all the spawn points. I think that's generally what's going on. But going around, you will get more Roaring Moon than if you do using a Dark Sandwich. Is what I was trying to say. But otherwise, hey Throx, how you doing? It's been a while since I've seen you here, right? Why am I asking that as a question? Why am I asking that? It's been a while. There in the wall. And I also sometimes see stuff in the ceiling. Doing good, organizing my Pokemon home. Great. Oh yeah, there's also Gibble. I forgot about Gibble and Garchomp. So yeah, anything that isn't apparently Umbreon can also spawn here. There's another Dark Pokemon. But anything currently that isn't Dragon type isn't boosted, doesn't have boosted odds, so still left at Shiny Charm odds. So at least we're most likely to get one of the dragons, to be fair. I mean, I have gotten these 3, I believe, since trying it. That other Zwilus was with the Dark Sandwich, I believe. Don't remember exactly. There are some Roaring Moon and a bunch of rare berries. Okay, yesterday I had more Roaring Moon spawn. The RNG doesn't want us today. And also, I've discovered yesterday that this ledge exists. I did not know this was here yesterday. Until yesterday. Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? No, what happened is that one of the Roaring Moons spawned up there, and I was like, huh, there's a thing up there. So yeah, I'm basically back to the old Scarlet and Violet shiny hunting format. For this one time, at least. I might still do some ZA next time. There are still the 2 Pokemon I want out of there, Emolga and Pumpkaboo. I'm trying to get. I think I basically need a couple. I need one more good donut. I always jump around between games, tend to spend most of my time in the GBA games. Well, oh, wow. I don't jump around too much. I mostly stay on the latest games, but whenever I got time to shine, whenever I got time to shiny hunt, I'll choose the game that I feel like most at that point. I chose Scarlet for the stream just because it tends to give me more shinies than ZA specifically, but in general, I believe I got the most amount of shiny per stream that I've gotten in, well, back when I played Violet than almost any other game that I've played. So because of this event, I want to contribute as much as possible in these 3 hours. We're getting mostly non-dragons, which is weird. I've gotten way more dragons yesterday when I was doing this. It's strange. Well, I'm trying to think through. Usually, I always forget how much better this game runs on Switch 2. Yes! Oh my god, it is such an improvement. I'm literally seeing it side by side. I use the Switch Lite because I don't have Urban Mystica in this save. I use the Switch Lite to make the sandwiches. I literally have a side by side comparison. It runs so much better on Switch 2. And the amount of Pokemon that you see is incredible. Nope, I meant to grab this. Let me go outside. You can't even use picnic recess because you can't make a picnic within Area 0. Outside and back in. So yeah. So currently my assumption that about Winds and Waves that we're not going to get any more content about it until the next presents. Currently it holds. It currently holds. I think the same thing happened with ZA. They were like, "Oh, this releases in like a year or something," and then was completely silent until the summer direct, the summer presents. So currently, it's been 2 and a bit months and no extra news. So it holds up so far. My theory. I do hope they don't show off a ton of new Pokemons before the release to look discovering new Pokemon for myself. They have been getting better at it since, like, I think they got a lot of slack for it in Gen 7, and they've been getting better at showing, like, a moderate amount of Pokemon. So that it still builds excitement, but doesn't reveal the entire Pokedex, basically. Pretty much show the entire dex in Gen 7. Yeah, I do remember that. I mean, when it was happening, I didn't have a lot to... Like, I thought that was, like, normal, because that was my first, like, release cycle, like, generation release cycle that I've experienced. Because I started playing the games in OS around Gen 6. So, like, for me, it was kind of normal, but now that I see what they've done later, it's like, yeah, they've revealed a ton in Gen 7. Are we back to having the first sandwich curse? In my old Violet streams, I've almost every stream we had, the first sandwich was always a bust. I keep running into small Pokemon. But I mean, it's only been half the sandwich. It hasn't even been half the sandwich, so there's still time. So yeah, I'm still excited about Winds and Waves because it looks good. It looks really good, and especially if it's going to be a Switch 2 exclusive, then hopefully it's going to run as good as SV and ZA run on Switch 2. I mean, with ZA I didn't have comparison as much as I did in SV, but I mean, ZA just runs great, so I'm excited, but only because I'm hopeful they've learned from mistakes they've been making. Yeah, that too. Honestly, since going on the Switch, every generation looked better than the previous one. And even before that, I think. Look, obviously, Gen 6 to Gen 5 is not a comparison, but Gen 7 looked better than Gen 6. Gen 8 looked better than Gen 7. So I think at least in the graphic departments, in the graphic department, they are getting better. Even if it doesn't compare to other games of their time, they never did compare. But honestly, that's really not the point of Pokemon. It's also been getting fun. Just want the game to run smooth and be fun to play. Yeah. With the power of the Switch 2, I don't doubt that it will run good. I mean, basically from the fact that all it took was a simple patch to get SB on Switch 2 running awesome, basically just means that SV were just a bit too heavy for the Switch 1, I feel like. That they were asking too much of the Switch 1, and basically as soon as they just got a new console, patched things made a little patch to make sure the game was aware of where it's running, and just it runs great. So they can strengthen things even further and still have it running well. That's my view on it, anyways. Other people might have different ideas, but my view is that Scarlet and Violet were just a bit too heavy for the Switch. And the Switch 2 was just the solution. And I know that is like a thing that happens. Like, oh, a console is not good enough for the game we're trying to build. It's like not strong enough for the game we're trying to build, and then a new console comes and like, oh yeah, that works. Because they've released some. They've released an interview with the developers of Donkey Kong Bonanza. They basically said this exact thing. They were like, they were trying to do something that the Switch 1 just could not handle. And they were about to like cut a lot of content from it until the Switch 2 released, and they were like, oh, now here's something we can put everything we wanted into and still have it running. So this is a thing that happens. So I feel like it was something similar, not the same exact thing, that happened with Scarlet and Violet. It's not necessarily that they had to cut some from it, but it just didn't run well. How much time do we have left? 10.5 minutes. And I really did have more Roaring Moon spawns yesterday with the same exact sandwich than I have today. I didn't get a shiny Roaring Moon, but I had more spawns. Like, they are spawning. But infrequently. A bit rarer than I would have hoped. And still a bit more than when I'd used the Dark Sandwich. Just gotta make sure to pay attention to all the dragon types. And to all the Pokemon, because obviously you want to pay attention when you're shiny hunting. But yeah, I'm having way less Roaring Moon spawns than I did yesterday. Oop. Got stuck to the wall. Nope. Oh, hello, Greybird. Anyways, when I said before that when it comes to shiny hunting, I just play whatever game I feel like at the moment. I am still running a shiny hunt for Oshawott in Pokemon Black. Which is at 5,000 something. Even 5,100, I think. And it's still going. That still counts as under odds. It counts. It's still under odds because the odds are 1 in 8,000. So still 3,000 encounters to go to odds. But yeah, I do that sometimes. I do some ZA off camera as well. What I do need to do more is Shield Dynamax Adventures. Still have a bunch of legendaries that I want to get from there. Like a bunch of legendaries. That haven't even since been available for shiny hunting. Want to get some there too. I was thinking of doing it for the event, but I'm like, I was playing Omega Ruby and Scarlet together anyways, and it was hard enough as is. So playing 3 games at once, yeah. Even with the fact that Dynamax Adventures don't take a lot of concentration, I still was struggling enough with with playing 2 games at the same time that I didn't need a third. I still have the Switch, the Shield game card over here. I didn't even bother putting it back. Sun and Moon Legendaries and Saga mostly. I see. Yeah, I think I need them. No, I got Lunala, that I remember. Solgaleo, I don't think so. I think I'm still missing Solgaleo. I have the list. Like, I could pull it up. Other than Galarian Corsola that I'm still missing, and what else? Galarian Corsola and Stunfisk that I still need to do pseudo method hunts for, unless they'll appear in other games, in newer and in some kind of new game with a normal shiny hunting method. Currently, I'm sticking with Masuda method and Shield. Galarian Corsola is my favorite from Gen 8. It is a very good shiny. Or at least Corsola is. Galarian Corsola is not stellar. But then I got like Entei, Palkia, Thundurus, Yveltal, the 3 Tapus, Solgaleo, Pheromosa, Celesteela, and a Crosma and Stakataka that I still want to get. That I still want to get from Dynamax Adventures. Or again, if they do show up in a newer game with a reasonable shiny hunting method, then great. Because a lot of them did reappear in SV, but shiny locked. And then in ZA, there's 5 legendaries you can hunt, but I've already gotten them all from Ultra Sun. All 5 of them. Oh, hello. Shiny locks are so bad in SV, yeah. Yeah, that was disappointing. Like, I can sort of understand, but I think they've done a good job with that in ZA, where it just disappears and then reappears shiny. It's like, okay. Like, yeah, sure, that can look weird, but it's better than completely shiny locking the legendaries. So all these legendaries that I've just listed before, I'm still trying to get from Dynamax Adventure. And it's taking time, especially when it's no longer the latest game, at least on the console. Because I do know that Ultra Sun I've stuck with a long time after games on the Switch came out. But it was like, okay, it's the latest game I have on this console that I carry around more so than the Switch. And I think it's the same 3DS I now hunt Oshawott in. 1.5 minutes left. I think we are getting a bust here. Let's do a quick run outside just to get these guys to despawn without too many dragons being here. Oh, hello. Alright, can we get something still? Gonna get it with the next sandwich for sure, thank you. I'm very hopeful too. Still half a minute. Let's try to run around a bit. I got a few more extra things to spawn. I think we'll be able to notice once the sandwich runs out. Be more stuff. Will we notice though? No. Okay, so I'm gonna do what I used to do in the Violet streams, where I'm gonna take a break after every sandwich ends. I'm gonna climb the wall and you can't open the menu when you climb the wall. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Actually, let's just fly over to Zero Gate again. So yeah, I'm gonna take a little break, go to the bathroom, and fill my bottle because it's almost empty, and I am going to be right back. No new chat, which is fine. But now I'm back. Go full screen here, which I don't think I've done last time. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, communication failed. I'm gonna open the portal here for now. Form a group. Unit circle, join a group. 6947. There we go. Set it together. Am I having internet issues? Slightly. Not too bad though. Yes, I want to set up those members. Where are we going? Let's see where we are going. Esagoza. Okay, it's random where they send you, right? It's random where they send you, right? Because even if it was like, oh, it's the last Pokemon Center that you've used, then it should be the same between rounds. Like, it should be the same between rounds. It's like, well, before I went to wherever that was before, and now we're in Mesagoza. Let's wait for the other game to... There he is. I host sandwiches for myself using my girlfriend's Switch and never end up in the same place. Yeah. So let's join the picnic. Yeah, honestly, this is like... no, wait. What am I doing? What am I doing? Make a sandwich. Then join with the other one. Then get cooking. Did it wrong. And salt. Well, guess what? Even the best computer in the world can't solve it from internet issues. Is the Twitch stream back online? Okay. Hopefully that wasn't two streams on Twitch's side. YouTube, I see that it's still going on the same Switch. Yeah, even the best computer in the world can't it can't solve internet issues. Anyways, I've seen people that that take an extra Switch to make sandwiches just for the bigger bread, and not necessarily because they're out of Urban Mystica like me. In one save file at least. But hey, the bigger bread is good. And the thing with the fact that the salt doesn't add anything. There we go. Close the picnic. And disconnect. And shut down the other account. The other switch. Just make sure that we have the effects. Yes, we do. And we're wasting a little bit by going into area 0. Oh, yep, that's the button to run on in ZA. The different controls are so weird. Like the fact that every game has different controls on the Switch, basically. All right, 29 minutes. I really should have tried to push the unified control screen between games. Yeah, then switching between games just makes you, like, you need to get used to the controls every time you switch games. But it's fine. You just sometimes do weird stuff. This is what I was experiencing more last time. Warring Moon spawning everywhere, as well as spawning also everywhere, but sacrifices. It's the only place that Warring Moon spawns, so this is not like there's anywhere else. Gibble and Gabite spawning sometimes, but not the stupid amount of other typed Pokemon spawning. This is more what I was experiencing last time. Yeah, sure, the Griever and Houndstone still spawn all the time. I feel like they might be fixed. I don't know. But there we go. There's so many more Warring Moon now. Feels much better. Sure is a lot of Gibble today. Yeah. Again, it's the only place that Warring Moon spawns. So the fact that there are other dragon types here, and specifically another dragon dark type, is a bit of a shame. Because I think you can sort of isolate Iron Valiant here much more easily than you can Warring Moon. Because I think if you just use a fairy type sandwich in here, the only boosted Pokemon that's gonna spawn in is Iron Valiant, I think. Because you see that you get spawns of other Pokemon, of other typed Pokemon all the time. You see Palmy all the time. You see Golduck and Vaporeon near the spring or whatever. So you're gonna get other typed Pokemon anyways, but they're not gonna be boosted, right? The boost only applies to the, just making sure. The boost only applies to dragon types right now, and to fairy types. The only other fairy type I've seen in here, in this version, is Fluttermane, but obviously that's not going to be in Violet. And there's Farming in the Ceiling. Yep, kept seeing those yesterday as well. So you see that you keep getting spawns of Palmy and Palmo and Griever and the only boosted Pokemon I think if you use a Fairy Sandwich in Violet is just Iron Valiant. Unless there's like the odd Sylveon that spawns from time to time. I've seen already, what, 3 evolutions here? It's an Espeon, Umbreon, and Vaporeon, basically. So there might be Sylveon spawns from time to time. But the evolutions are not as common as some of the other Pokemon here. And honestly, I'm not sure what other Psychic type spawns here either. It's not Psychic, it's Fighting Fairy. Then I don't really know what other fighting types spawn here. I don't even remember what sandwich I used to hunt Iron Valiant. I definitely have used a sandwich. I don't remember which. And I didn't even write that down. I only wrote shiny sandwich. Because honestly, it doesn't really matter. Didn't really matter what type it was, just that it was with a sandwich. You know, I have been thinking of it as like, I sometimes ask myself, why do you write down, most likely Fairy, Palmot has fighting types, so it end up showing up a lot if you miss that. I don't think Palmot spawns here. I mostly see just Palmot and Palmy, so I did think about Palmot, but I don't think it actually spawns fully evolved here. Like, all the groups here are Palmo and Palmy, so I don't know. Might be. Might be. I think I did use Fairy. That feels correct. Anyways, I sometimes ask myself, like, why when you post like on Twitter and Blue Sky, when I post the basically I do these like shiny Pokemon posts, right? Whenever I catch shiny. Hello. Oh my God. Hapu Chipuda Puda. Hapuchi Puda Puda. There we go. That's it. Oh, I didn't notice that was someone else that said a lot of gibble. I didn't notice it was someone else. Hi to you as well, if you're still around. Let me give you both a proper welcome, like I do to anyone who's new around here. If you are still around, other guy. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, it took me a second to read that, but it's like it makes sense once you look at it closely enough. I don't know what it means. I just figured out how to say it. If it does mean anything. But yeah, I was trying to say, whenever I do the shiny posts on my socials, I always include like the place I caught it in, the level I caught it in, if it's different from what it is when I post it, because I post it after evolving it. If I do evolve it, so like I'll sometimes ask myself, no, I'm hunting on my own. For now, not for now. I'm hunting on my own. But basically, I believe at first I was doing it like to show sort of like legitimacy of the shiny. It was like, look, you can find this Pokemon here in these levels. But now mostly it's just out of a habit. I don't think I really need to prove the legitimacy of my shinies. Do you want a shiny Frostlass? No, I'm fine. If I would have wanted one, I would have hunted it somewhere. Probably OS. So yeah, back when I was posting shinies from like Gen 7, Gen 8. Mostly Gen 7, honestly. Then it was more like, it was basically a point of, look, you can find this Pokemon in this level in this area. So like, you can legitimately shiny hunt it there. But now it's just more so force of habit than anything else. And then on my spreadsheet that I collect them all, let's say, but on the spreadsheet that I collect them all, just for, ease of counting, I only include basically the method of raising the odds, if any. Basically, only the things that pertain to the odds that it was gotten with, excluding Shiny Charm. I don't write Shiny Charm ever because the vast majority of them have the Shiny Charm. Like, I think I barely have any shinies that aren't Shiny Charm. BDSP, yes, but BDSP is different. Because BDSP sucks, but that's a different thing. It's like when you can get better odds on a Shiny Charm less Poke Radar than with Masuda method with a Shiny Charm, then why on earth would you do Masuda method? Or even do the one extra roll that the underground bonus gives you. That was so weird that they did this method that adds a single roll. And like no way to get more. And not to mention the difficulty of actually getting there. Of actually getting it activated. But BDSP is not what we're talking about. BDSP, I did a few Poke Radar hunts, and that's it. So there were only a few Pokemon I actually wanted from there. Because honestly, just the amount of Pokemon that I wanted and got from Scarlet and Violet was enormous. Like, I have more than 200 shinies just from Violet version. And now I have 10 from Scarlet as well. So that even adds to it. I do need to write them all down. Just I didn't want to take the time from the event. I still need to figure out some of their evolutions, because I think I need to evolve at least one Swalius to another Hydreigon. So I don't have too many Swalius. But other than that, I think that's it. I think the rest of them are either fully evolved or evolved to the point that I want them. Maybe also another good bite. I need to test it. To check it. Check exactly what I want to do. I'll post them all either later today or tomorrow once the event is over. Or once I'll be done with what I'm doing for the event. Because in the meantime, I want to hunt for as long as possible. Still not really getting anything. This is so strange. Usually get at least something. Also, something a little bad. Because of the team that I played with, I don't have a false swiper that's a part of my team. Like, I need to either get someone with false swipe, or I just don't have it. And I don't really want to go around with a Pokemon that's not part of my regular team. So whenever I've gotten a shiny here, I've just sort of been throwing balls and praying. I was using Scizor for mine. Yeah, but my team here is Evolutions. This is my team. It was a playthrough, quote-unquote, challenge. It really depends on who you ask, challenge. It was a bit of a challenge, to be fair. Evolutions don't have the greatest moveset in Pokemon. Like, they have great stats, but their moveset is not incredible. Hello, Royal Reindeer. How are you doing? Thank you so much for following. Could pretend Absol's an evolution. Or what? Because it's based on a mammal? I don't know. Yeah, it's a quadruped with fur. Doesn't really make it an evolution. But Although I love, like, listen, I love Absol, but um, but it's not. It's not an evolution, obviously. Doesn't make the team. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the team was these specific 6 also. Like, I just didn't use the 2 that I liked the least out of the group. So the team was set from the beginning. Which is also the reason why they have nicknames, because usually in a playthrough, in any kind of playthrough, challenge or not, I would not bother with nicknames because thinking them up takes way too long for me. Tend to box my teams after beating the story and switch over to utility mods. That's fair. I'll sometimes do that. Most of the time I will have one Pokemon at least that can learn False Swipe. I mean, Absol was that for my first playthrough ever. For my first RS playthrough. For my first playthrough on RS. Well, it was part of my final team. I know I switched it a lot, like in late game to post game. Because it was my first time playing. I had an awful team, and I lost to Steven the first time I challenged him. So I kind of switched around a few Pokemon. I got an Absol to my team, and I got a Sylveon, which was before I loved Eevee as much as I do now, but I guess it was the start of it. And I know I have Rayquaza on that team, so I've definitely switched something out post game. Technically post game, end of Delta episode. I've definitely switched something there. I don't remember what it was. Honestly, I don't really remember what I switched for Absol and Sylveon either. I know I had like a Beautifly I carried all the way to the end of the game. It was like, yeah, I got rid of it as soon as as soon as I lost to Steven. So that was one of the Pokemon that I switched out. But I don't remember who the other 2 were. Groudon was on my team, so it was relatively late game. And then I know 2 members came at my second attempt of the Elite Four of the league. And 1 obviously came in the Delta episode. So yeah, it took me a long time to be able to settle on a team before I finished the game. Honestly, with Violet, it took me a while to get my final team member. Just because I couldn't think of a Pokemon that I was really excited to use. Just kind of figured that fighting and flying, I think I was missing. Yeah, it was. I think I was missing a fighting type because I couldn't deal with all the normal types. And flying was a good extra coverage. Tried to make Cloth work, but it just couldn't take a hit. That's a shame. So yeah, I got Flamigo. I don't remember exactly when. But it was rather late. I could try and look it up because it is all streamed. My Violet playthrough is entirely streamed, so I can check when I've gotten it. Or, not necessarily when I added it to the team. I can check when I caught it. The adding it to my team is a little bit later, obviously. Think you will do a new Pokemon only playthrough wins. A new Pokemon only playthrough of Winds and Waves? What do you mean by Pokemon only? Like, Pokemon games are always Pokemon only. As in new to the game. Oh, that's what I usually do for my first playthrough. At least recently. I try in recent years I try to, at least on first playthroughs, I try to use Pokemon that are new to, or that, you know, are introduced in that region. Oh, you know, oh, I misread the first message. That's why I didn't understand it. It said new Pokemon only playthrough. I thought the new was referring to the playthrough, not to the Pokemon. That's what confused me. So yeah, I like after I played ORAS and Sun versions. After ORAS and Sun and Moon, where I didn't only use new Pokemon, or like Pokemon from that region. After that, I pretty much settled on that. Like Ultra Sun was already only Gen 7 Pokemon. Then I think for both Sword and Shield I've done it. BDSP, honestly I don't remember what my first team was. But I think I tried to do it Sinnoh only. So yeah, basically for first playthroughs for first playthrough of at least a pair of versions, I'll try to stick with only new Pokemon or Pokemon from that region. I haven't done it for ZA. That is true. But for ZA I was more so looking for Mega Evolving Pokemon rather than new ones. And one of them was a Gen 6 Pokemon that, at the time of finishing the playthrough, was just a Gen 6 Pokemon I wanted to use and didn't Mega Evolve. But then the DLC got a Mega Evolution. I used the Meowstic in my CA playthrough, for those that didn't see it. I used the Meowstic. I used the Meowstic. I'm using a Meowstic as part of my team. When I started using her, it was just like, oh, it's a Pokemon I like very much. I've never gotten to use it. So, and it happens to be Gen 6. So let's use it. The other five could Mega Evolve. Meganium, Ampharos, Houndoom. What else I had on there? I've always liked Meowstic and its Mega's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, Hawlucha is also part of my team. Oh yeah, no, Hawlucha could Mega Evolve in base game. Like, Hawlucha was something that I wanted to use. I've used it before. Hawlucha specifically I have used before. It's just like, oh, it's got a new Mega Evolution. It's cool. And then, what was our last one? What was the last one? I think another new Mega Evolution. Man, I don't remember my CA team now. But I had 5 Pokemon that could Mega Evolve and Meowstic. And then the DLC came out and was like, oh, look, there's a Mega Meowstic now. So now all 6 of my members can Mega Evolve, which is fun. I thought something moved here. It was just a shadow. Well, how are we on sandwich time? We're done with the sandwich. Oh, wow. Oof. We are getting unlucky today. I swear I've gotten more shinies here than yesterday. Yesterday I was doing better. Look at they all end up being able to Mega. Yeah, yeah. Like that. The fact that Meowstic got a Mega in the DLC is pretty cool. But anyways, I'm gonna switch around which of my devices I charge because my tablet's nearly full, but my phone is almost at 50%. So I'm gonna take another little break. Let's see what my water situation's like. That's about half full. I don't really need to fill it. So I'll just be going to the bathroom, and I'll be right back. Sorry, that probably made a noise. So let's give it a bit more range. I can stand up next time. And as always, when I just go to the bathroom, it doesn't take that long. And we're right back to sandwich number 3. We still looking for that roaring moon. So once again, we're gonna be powering up our searchlight friend. Poke portal here, unit circle. Poke portal, unit circle. Join a group. It's less clicks after if you did it on the same day. 8205. Yep. Here's my body. Set up together. Yeah, now we're Glaciato Mountain? That is up a passage. That's part of Glaciato Mountain. Yep, it just feels random. Feels like it's just random. Picnic. Join the picnic. Make a sandwich. Also make a sandwich. Cucumber pickle. Salt. 3 pieces of avocado. And I have a ton of bitter herba mystica, and I just realized that. So 2 bitter herba mystica. Done. Smiling V pick. There we go. That's the herba mystica. And cucumber. 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 Pickle. 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 And just sprinkle avocado around it. Boom! Without dropping anyone. I could do it with both switches, but I don't feel like it. It's easier with one. It's easier doing it only with one, and also I want you to see everything. And we got Sparkling Tidal and Counter Power Dragon. And the picnic. Get our best friend out of here. And run to Area 0. Research station number 3. A research station is always such a hard thing to say. At least I pretty much memorized where the cave is. I did remember yesterday that it was next to Research Station 3. Oh, all the hidden items reset. I did remember it was next to Research Station 3, but it took me a second to find it. Luckily, I've done that not when I had the sandwich on. So I had, I could take my time finding it. But after that, it's, after you find it, it's not hard to memorize where that is. I did remember that the way is go to Research Station 3 and start going like backwards. Like upwards, I guess, on the trail. Because the trail technically, the forward is down. So yeah, I remember generally the direction. Just took me a second to find the precise location. There's an even higher ledge. What? This I've literally just discovered. This I've discovered at this instant. Wow. Until I've made that extra jump there. Yeah, me neither. Wow. Hello. Daniel, what's that? Daniel Bertrand. How are you doing? Let me give you a proper welcome. Might want to check above that one too. I think I'll check, but I don't think so. Let me give you a proper welcome. Like it in anyone who's new around here. Yeah, I was reading it correctly. That is very good to hear. Let me put this on full screen because I keep forgetting to do that for some reason. I guess because my screen is big enough, so even the non-full screen is still big. Shiny hunting Bulbasaur? Good luck with that. Where are you hunting? What game? What method? Oh, Fire Red soft resets. Wow. For your starter. Very nice. Good luck with that. Yeah, so there is a further... No, there is a ceiling over here. That's the straight up ceiling. Yeah, that's a straight up ceiling. There is... I can't jump down from here. Hold on. No, that's the top of it. Above that is already back out to Area 0. But hey, you can see this pattern more clearly. And Eevee. Ah. Eevee has a very nice shiny. and is generally a very good Pokemon. Thank you so much for the subscribe. So I posted that video about the Small PokéTuber Club. It was part of this. Well, the club itself is an initiative of Ladysmith, but the video specifically is an initiative within the club of Ladysmith that basically told everyone, like, hey, make a post or something of your own, like trying to spread the awareness of the club. It gave like a few questions that you kind of need to ask, that you kind of need to answer in your post or whatever. I was just like, yeah, try to help me like spread awareness of the club. And so far, I'm like the only person that actually did it, but that video has made the rounds way more than I thought it would. It's got like more than 115 views, and a few people joined and specifically said that they came from my video, and I was like, that was just surprising. That was supposed to be a thank you, I guess? Maybe? So yeah, because this video is also technically a part of an SPC event, there is a link to join the SPC. Yes, okay. There is a link to join the SPC. There's an option to join as a viewer as well if you want to just find some more PokéTubers you want to watch. Place to a place for the smaller channels to shine. So there's a link to that in the YouTube description. A link to the club. It's a Discord server, yeah. But happy to be here. I'm happy that you're here. So everyone's happy. Ain't that fun? Yeah. I did forget how little I have to talk about in when I'm doing sandwich hunting. Like when you play ZA, even if you're just shiny hunting, it's a bit more involved. So you can at least talk about what you're doing. But like here, it's like, oh, I'm running around. Still running around. This is not much to talk about. I'm always trying to figure out, like, unless there's chat. It's your favorite hunting method? I think I've enjoyed my time the most with DexNav. But sandwich hunting is very easy and very fun as well. I think I enjoyed DexNav more, but that might be because I've done that first, and Yeah, it's just what I've been doing for the longest time. And I have yesterday managed to get a shiny in Omega Ruby in like less than 50 encounters, or a little more than 50 encounters. And that was very fun. Like, sandwich hunting is cool, and that's how I got the most of my shinies, just because so many shinies are available, so many like Pokemon are available to hunt across Scarlet and Violet and the DLCs. For the longest time, breeding was my favorite, but breeding in SV wasn't fun for me at all. I've never enjoyed breeding. I have the worst luck on the pseudo method. I've only really done it when necessary, which was starters around Gen 7, because back then you couldn't find them wild like in SV. And fossils and stuff. You know, the old fossils that could be bred, unlike the Gen 8 ones. Is that a shiny? That's a shiny! Hell yeah! Sandwich number 3! We finally got it! Nope, that fails. See, so here's the thing. I currently basically only have... I have a few repeat balls left, and the rest is just like Dusk and maybe timer balls if it takes longer. What I can do, also, is switch to Jolteon and Thunder Wave it at least. I do at least have Thunder Wave. But yeah, Dusk and repeat balls are... Ooh, Flamethrower. Use another Dragon Dance. Okay. Now let's see. Try another repeat ball. Nope. If you're asking how I know ahead of time, in Scarlet and Violet only, when you successfully catch a Pokemon that you have caught before, it always shows as a critical capture. Even when it's not necessarily a critical capture, it always shows as that. Like when it's not necessarily a critical capture in the standard way, it will always show a critical capture when you catch a Pokemon you're caught before. There it is. So I guess like shortens the amount of time it takes to capture a Pokemon you already have. But yeah, we finally got that one. That was my target for a long time. Like it's been on my shiny wish list for a long time. Let's get that showing on the... Like, basically ever since it was released, I was like, I want that as a shiny. It's such a good one. And we're just going to make it huge, and we're going to change this to something else. Let's see. Let's see what dragon types we have. Because obviously we still have a sandwich to go through. What other dragon types are possible? Maybe I should make that into a command. Let's just check the Paldea Pokedex. And then search for Dragon. If you're wondering why I closed the game, is because that pauses the sandwich timer. So we have the Gibble line, which I already have a bunch of. We have the Axew line, which I think is version exclusive, maybe? Gumi, Altaria, Big Online, Cyclozar, Noivern, Treepy line. I at least have Dragapult in my collection, but maybe the other two I might try to get. Let's see. Find a place in here. Dragapult I know I have. Yeah. Let's see about Dracloak. No, I don't have Dracloak or JB. Where do you spawn? Where do you spawn? It's a Violet exclusive! Nice! I guess, moving on then? Jiggy, yeah. The Dragonite line. That is an option. And you do spawn in Scarlet as well, right? You're not a version exclusive. No, you're not. We can try that. We can try that. We can try that. Make you smaller. There we go. We can try that. I think we're just gonna fly directly to Castle Lake. Because it's actually possible to be there in... Oh, there are Tatsugiri around here, aren't there? Oh, there's a ton of Tatsugiri. Okay, someplace else. This has Tatsugiri all over it. Pokedex. Dratini. Is Dratini towards the end? I have no idea where Dratini is in the Pokedex. Where is it in the Pokedex? What number is it? 347. 347. There we go. Habitat. Okay, let's try. Let's try here. Is it here that they spawn? We do have Altaria around, but we do have Dratini as well. Did the other one not have Altaria? Castle Lake does have it as well. Let's just check it out. Just to see. It was around, what was it, Fornata? I think? In that little lake down there. Where is that? Wait, am I even going the right way? Northeast. That way. Yep, there's Altaria. Hope we don't get one set ride Pokemon wins and waves, and instead we can ride any of our Pokemon that can fit we want to travel. That would be cool. I think mostly we're going to be able to ride that little hoverboard. I don't see Dratini here at all. Where was it? Oh, further down? Oh, probably somewhere around here, actually. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna get to ride any Pokemon. I feel like it's just gonna be that hoverboard. Wow, Altaria spawns in a lot of places. Please tell me I'm actually going the right way. I want a Magikarp on a leash pulling me around during a dive. Oh, I've been going too far this way. Is it this river? Oh yeah, there we go. If I could just... Okay, I'm gonna fall down the waterfall. So can we just like... Okay, did Dratini spawn at the bottom as well? Do they spawn around here as well? No, they don't. Okay, back up we go, I guess. And try to not go down the waterfall. There's a donut-shaped spot full of Dratini too, I think near the right side of the map. The only right side of the map I think was the one over here that also had a lot of Altaria. And I don't really want to find a shiny Altaria. Lower than that? Maybe they do spawn somewhere else that I didn't notice. But they do spawn here, and quite a lot of them. Is in the mountains I don't remember seeing Altaria. Maybe, but it... Oh, there's immediately a shiny! If I can get to it, because it's... Oh no, oh no. Okay. Where is it? It's down there. I think the problem is that they're drowning as well. If I can just focus on it and throw a Pokeball. There we go. Well, we're going to try and find another one because I don't have Dragonair either. At least I don't think so. Actually, let me check that. Let me check that. Super quick. Yeah, that was like a surprise. Where did I close my? I closed my collection. Hold on. Find and replace. So Dragonite. Oh, I do have Dragonair as well. Oh well. Well, what other dragon types do we have? Because that was it. Because that's it for that line. Okay, Dragonair, obviously it gets... Also catches like dragon. Dino I have enough. Tatsugiri I have all three. The Frigibax line doesn't have that great of a shiny, but if we're just trying to get as many shinies as possible, wouldn't that be good? Let me just get the layout done. Right, I don't think I have any of that line. Let's see. No, if I don't have Excalibur, I don't have any of them. So, I believe you can... Cyclosaur, I have like 2, 3 of them. I have enough Cyclosaur. But Frigibax, I think, is a good... I don't have any of that line. Got one when it ran into me. I think that happened to me once. But Frigibax is good. Frigibax is good. I don't have any from that line. It's not the best shiny, but it's a shiny. And we're just trying to get as many as possible. And me not wanting to get too many duplicates. Oh, there just happens to be there just happens to be an outbreak of them. Alon Executor as well. I guess. I have one, I think, Alon Executor. I believe Frigibax is fully isolated as a dragon type here. Ah. This one. Thank you. I don't know where I thought I was pointing that. I believe as long as the outbreak symbol is on the map, then it is still a part of it. Like, not the outbreak symbol, but the outbreak, like... You know, the thing that shows the outbreak on the map. Can you do it over here? No. Can you do it when I'm about level with them? Yes, you can! Oh, come on. It's not a shiny. I think it would be noticeable. At least relatively noticeable. That new message? That isn't a message. Yeah. Yeah, so it is nice that there suddenly is a... There just happens to be an outbreak. And yeah, I believe I heard someone say that if you use a dragon sandwich here, Frigibax is fully isolated. We already got one. Oh my god, this sandwich is so much better than the other one, the other two. Let's see if we can get to 3. What can I tell you? Let's see if we can get to 3. Maybe. I don't know. Oh wow, this is going very well. This is going very well, suddenly. Let's see if we can get to 3. We haven't even started clearing the outbreak. Like, we started. We didn't reach the point where it would boost the odds. If this is even part of the outbreak, I'm not even certain. The outbreak might be, like, more so this way? It might be like here. That this is the outbreak. Come on, that's not a shiny. I can see that. This might be more so the outbreak, but... But man, this sandwich has been so much luckier than the other two. We're gonna go to something different afterwards, because I mostly want the Paradox Pokemon out of... mostly wanted the Paradox Pokemon out of this stream. But I'm like, I'm not gonna waste the sandwich that I have going on. And none of the other ones are Dragon type. This is still a bit too far from the... Oh, there's also an outbreak of Cryogonal. But they're not going to spawn because they're not dragon type. And I think it's also further away. Am I getting the... Am I even clearing the outbreak? I have no idea if I'm clearing the outbreak or not. I feel like I would have already gotten the message if I did. I feel like I would have already gotten it. You know? Feels like I've done more than 30. Nope, just didn't see the edge. See past the edge. You know what I'm saying? It feels like I'm not... Like I've beaten more than would take to show the message for the outbreak. Come on. How much time do we have left on the sandwich? Oh, it's only 3 minutes. But hey, 3 shinies is at least putting at an average of one shiny per sandwich and not 0 like I had before. And yeah, I have no idea which ones are part of the outbreak and which are not. Can I ask for more than that? That was a pretty good sandwich. Yep. I think I'm going to start to see other Pokemon as soon as the sandwich is over. I think this was more so the norm for my Scarlet and Violet shiny hunting. Like so the streams, I got like 4 or 5 Pokemon per stream. So stream is 4 sandwiches for comparison. This was 3 sandwiches now with 3 Pokemon, which we could still get to 4 or 5. Yeah, I don't think I'm actually in the outbreak. I have no idea where the outbreak actually is. Which of these are part of the outbreak and which are not, I have no idea. I'm knocking out Fidgetbacks left and right. I'm not getting the clearing message. Like, it's still further up this way? No idea. But I guess if Ribbon's enjoying. If Ribbon's enjoying being the mighty dragon slayer she was always meant to be, then... I'm joking, obviously. there's just a lot of Fridgebacks here. Well, hey, 3 is good. 3 in 1 sandwich is good. I can't complain about 3 in 1 sandwich. I can't complain about 3 in 1 sandwich. So yeah, Dratini's gonna stay Dratini. Frigibax is most likely gonna get fully evolved later. But I am gonna go and do something else after this, which is most likely the next thing on my list in Pokédex order this time, which is this guy. Which is that guy. Actually, I need to even clear Roaring Moon from my list. Yeah, still missing in the list. I still have Great Tusk, Brute Bonnet, Slitherwing, and Sandy Shocks. Those are the 4, and I don't know if for a Great Tusk I want to use ground or fighting. I might need to look at Area 0 a bit before I do that. I feel like there's more fighting types down there than ground types, but I'm not certain. If you guys know better than me, then I would love if you could write that in the chat. Even while I'm on break, but I am going to take a little break. Just got here, so hello. It's my first time. Sorry for breaking a rule. You're not breaking any rule. If anything, I want people to come in and say hello. You are very. Let me also give you a proper welcome, like I do to anyone who's new around here. If you are curious about chat rules, they are written in the description. So hello, Shadow Milk fan. How are you doing today? There we go. Give you a proper welcome. Anyways, so I'm gonna go take a little bit of a break. If you guys know if fighting or ground sandwich are better for Great Tusk, do write it in the chat even while I'm gone, and I'll be right back. Doing all right? How about you? I'm doing great. We just got 3 shinies from 1 sandwich, so that was awesome. Alright. I think fighting sandwich. Okay. I might still like scan down there before I go and make the sandwich, because this is gonna be the last sandwich for the stream. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you. Let's get back to the game. Let me see. Let me just go down there. I'll just go down there for a second. Great Task also spawns like outside the cave, right? Let me still go down there. Let's go in the cave first. Which I believe is right outside Station 3. Yep. It can spawn outside the cave. Remember it mostly inside. Okay. That's a sandwichless shiny. That's a sandwichless shiny. Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that is a surprise. Guess, it auto-saves, but let's just save extra, because why not? Hunting Mareep and Scarlet, good luck to you. Gen 9. Yep, Gen. That's 8. Here's 9. Here's a Pommy. Okay, that was cool. Let's see about, there's Great Task. Let's see if we're seeing any other fighting or... Okay, there are ground type with Gibble. And Dugtrio. Yeah, fighting might be the answer here. Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of Gibble and Dugtrio. I think fighting would be the answer. Yeah, so you're right, basically. What is the recipe for... What is the recipe for a fighting sandwich with... Not with rice drop. Fighting is... Oh, extra pickles. So let me get my friend to join me. Yeah, console entered sleep mode, so disconnects you from the thing. Poker portal. Union circle. Join a group over here, form a group on here. Yep. Gathering group. Code is 6823. And obviously it's local communication, so you can't join. Alright. Yeah, fighting is extra pickles. So I might do like 2 and 2 or something. And now where we are. Where is this? We're in Medalley. Truly random. Oh wow, that actually loaded really fast. On the Switch, not on the Switch Lite. Yep, join the picnic. Make a sandwich. Make a sandwich. Let's get cooking. think what I'm going to do, I'm going to do cucumber and 2 pickles here. And here, just the 2 pickles. Obviously, I need the Herba Mystica from here, which is what that's what it's for. That's what the extra account is for. Oh, you can't move them around. That's fine. Pickle. 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 And some more. Ah! That is bad. I'm going to reset that. Yep. Just exit on both of them. I've definitely saved the Pommy. I think it also autosaves when I fly around, so it should. So it should be in the 0 gate. I think it says when you go online too. I haven't gone online. I'm using local communication. Yeah, I'm at the 0 gate. And here's the Pommy. So we're fine. I believe it autosaves when you fly. Formal group. Yeah, okay, yeah. How is everyone doing? Now we join Pokeportal here. Union circle. Join a group. Yeah, I know. Gives me the whole message when it's... There we go. Set it together. And we'll do it more carefully. Is it Medallia again? It's the same place, yeah. Yep, Medallia again. Yeah, there. The autosave just went up there. Picnic. Because I'm pretty sure you can't do it on the ramp. Join the picnic. Make a sandwich. Don't get cooking yet. Join the sandwich, then get cooking. Cucumber and 2 pickles. Salt. And pick. 2 pickles. And 2 Herba Mystica. Okay. Let's do it more carefully this time. I'm pretty sure you can't drop anything. Like 1 drop would be different effects. I don't think I've ever made it like that. Three stars. Sparkling title and counter power. Fighting. Awesome. Close the sandwich. Close the picnic. Close the other switch. Let it disconnect. Great. And go into the cave. Station 3. I guess we can technically go to Station 4, which is already in the cave, but eh. But eh. Yeah, okay. Are we getting... No, that's not Pomot. Either way, the smaller ones are not going to get boosted. Even if they do spawn with a Pomot. Yeah, okay, that's a ton of spawns and it's basically just them. That is something you need to be careful about. If a shiny spawns like that at the edge there, it very well might just fall and despawn. Unlike in ZA, where a shiny, even if you get away from it, it stays. Here, if you get too far from a shiny, it despawns and it's gone. Yeah, no, the fighting sandwich is just perfect here. It's also a good thing that I actually remember this thing's type. Like, sort of without checking, I'm just like, yeah, it's ground fighting, right? But yeah, this shows that very clearly. This very clearly shows that it is in fact ground fighting. Yeah, fighting is literally perfect here. It's fully isolated. Haven't seen a single other Pokemon since entering the cave. Which, to be fair, is kind of strange. You'd think they'd have a bit more variety around here. Maybe the cave isn't as varied as the outside. But a single fighting type? I don't know, maybe they have their own reasoning, but maybe they have their own reasoning. Unlike the Roaring Moon Cave, yeah. And we're already at the bottom. Let's go back up. Go around here a little bit. See if the... Okay, Glimmer and Glimora seem to be fixed spawns around here. Or at least spawn points with only them. Let's go back up. explored the cave from top to bottom. Let's now do bottom to top. Did one did one spawn on top of the crystal here? No, I was just imagining it. I don't know if anything can spawn on top of the crystals. There's a shiny! 6 minutes. A little over 5 minutes into the sandwich. Awesome. And also can't be paralyzed by Thunder Wave, which sucks. But it caught with the quick ball. Yes! That is what I was about to get to. That question is exactly what I was about to get to. What other fighting types do we have to hunt? Go back up to the top. And search up fighting. Alright. Well, the first one in the Pokédex is Quaquaval, so obviously not that. Then we have, oh wait, Palmo is fighting type. That's why it spawned outside the cave. So that is good to know. Also, layout. That's a different thing. Okay, cool. Now let's see. Gallade, Breloom, which I think I have both of them. Yeah, I should. Makuhita and Hariyama. Do I have any of them? Hariyama, I think I do. Hariyama gave me Charizard when I wrote Hari. Because I got... what was that? Sorry. It won't show me the message, would it? If I now go to Twitch. You got a Palmy, which is just electric. Yeah, but the Palmy spawns as a group with the Palmo. That's... There's a thing of like a Pokemon can spawn with a group around it. Usually it's like pre-evolved forms. The group, but... I don't have a Makuhita, so that is something that I can do. Where does Makuhita spawn? But the shiny part of the sandwich wouldn't have affected it if it just first spawned. Yes, that is correct. The Palmo though would have gotten the Palmy I've gotten before I've activated the sandwich. Remember? But South Province 1, 3, and 5, East Province 1, 2, and 3, West Province 1, Asado Desert, and Terra Raid battles. That is a lot of spawn points. Let's just kind of check the Pokédex. See around the area. Number 116. Oh, hello. Let's at least put Makuhita here. Gen 3 Makuhita. There we go. Cool. Let's run from you. Open the Pokédex. Number 116. Anyways, the Palmy was completely sandwichless. 116. The Palmo that spawned outside the cave would have been boosted. The Palmy wouldn't. Yeah, it's basically like all of the. It's a lot. Let's just say it's a lot of spawn points. Let's just go like, I don't know, here. And actually go back to Twitch so I can see chat messages. Let's see. Oh, that's a lot of Mankey. That's a lot of Mankey. I mean, Mankey isn't bad. Let's check my collection. I definitely have Annihilate. Yeah. Do I have Primeape? I don't think so. No, I don't. Whatever. I guess I can join the party. But apparently I don't have a GIF of shiny Mankey from home. So from SV. So let's just grab the home version. I guess Mankey can join the party. Once I get one or two of those, if I get one or two of those, I guess we'll switch to Mokuhita. Try to find a place where only that spawns. Well, we can more easily picnic reset at least around here. You know, I think I know a place that more Makuhita spawn than Mankey. Well, we've already ran into Mankey, then let's do Mankey. Again, the point is just to get as many shinies as possible, so I'm kind of like completing line. Oh, there's a few Makuhita. I can have them both. I can have them both in layout, just for fun. Is it gonna look weird with one is with the home model and one is with the SV one? I don't know. Does it look weird? Not really. Not to me, at least. Okay, if it doesn't look weird, then I'll just keep it. Because I probably have the home model of Makuhita as well. These things really spawn everywhere, huh? We still have a ton of time, right? Yeah, we still have 20 minutes on this thing. My god, the amount of trainers I haven't battled in this save. I keep finding trainers I haven't battled. I'm not gonna waste that much time on a trainer. Might do that. Also, not gonna really waste stream time on battling a trainer. Do them after stream. Oh, wow. Another one. I'm just making sure to look behind me. And another even stronger trainer that I haven't beaten. Have I just not gone through here? Maybe. Honestly, I have no idea. Yeah, none of these are shiny. The Mudkroot is going to be very obvious. It's going to have big red arms, hands. The Mankey, I think, is a bit less obvious. It's a bit of a faded green in the actual game, if I recall correctly. Honestly, you know, when I've gotten like the shiny Mankey that I've evolved into Annihilate, it was ages ago. Can you believe that Scarlet and Violet will be around 5 years old when Winds and Waves will come out? It's the longest generation we've ever had. Don't remind me how old I feel. Is that a shiny? That's a shiny. That's one shiny Mankey. Yeah, you see, it's kind of a faded green. Kind of. Mankey was one of my favorites as a kid. Nice. But yeah, if you think, I don't know when you started playing, but my first playthrough was of Auras, right? It would be in about 2 months' time. It's gonna be 10 years since I've started playing. We started playing July 20. When I say we, I mean me and my brother. Oh wow, okay. First game was Yellow. And I was born, I think, around the end of Gen 2. But I haven't played the games until 10 years ago. It was July of 2016. Me and my brother started playing. So it was Auras, but it was like Sun and Moon were already announced by the time we started playing Auras. Because obviously they were announced February 2016, and we started playing July 2016. Okay, I'll have one more Mankey before I switch to a place that I think has less Mankey and more Hariyama. I'm not certain it does. I haven't checked. But a group of Pokemon can also be the same species if they're basic Pokemon. They're, unevolved Pokemon. But if they're evolved, usually their group would be their pre-evolved form. Nope, no green here. So yeah, it is a slightly faded green, but it's noticeable. Like you saw it, I saw that very fast. Unlike last time that I think it was farther away and I didn't notice as fast. Oh, hello. They're also aggressive. They are also aggressive. So yeah, I was born 2001. So I think when I checked, it was like close to when OS was when Ruby and Sapphire, sorry, were released. 1990. Wow. So yeah, it took me a while to really get into video games in general, I think, and Pokemon specifically. That is another shiny. Hello. I think there's a place that Makuhita spawns more than Mankey. We'll go there and see. If not, I don't know. If not, then I don't know. I might check maps online. I don't know. I think South Province 3 took the games pretty quick as a kid. I see. There we go. There we go. That's more Makuhita than... Okay, there are still Mankey. But I think it's more Makuhita than Mankey. Right? That looks correct? Yeah. Can we get a fourth shiny? We still have 12 minutes on this thing? Wow. We might just be able to get a fourth shiny from this. Oh, especially with how many of them spawn. That's good. That's good. Oh, South Province 5 apparently. Yeah, way more Makuhita than Mankey here. I guess Mankey are more so in the grass and Makuhita in the dry land. That seems to be the case. So maybe here we'd find a bit more, a few more Mankey. Or not. It also can just not spawn. But yeah, I had a feeling that I saw more Makuhita here than Mankey. My gut feeling was correct then. Yeah, see, Mankey are spawning in the grass areas. In the grass sections. And they're all our grass sections, so I can't really avoid them. But we can go around more of the dry areas. And another trainer I haven't battled. I'm finding a ton of these now. That's not another shiny, that's just someone in the shade. And more Pomo. Just go around here. A little slower so we'll let them spawn. Some of them are spawning down there, wow. The distance can be insane sometimes, like how far away Pokemon are spawning. This is a dead end. It is a dead end. Oh, look at that. Alright. But yeah, I was about to post on social media when the day comes of when I started when I first started playing Pokemon. Sadly, I can't get a picture of my save file saying started July 2016 because I haven't reset that save since. Just to replay RS. But I do still have the Pokemon that I got from there, specifically my starter. So that I know will have that date. It's still 2 months away though. So it still hasn't been exactly 10 years. It's been a tiny bit less than that. Oh, Krogunk. That's also a fighting type. Apparently. Yeah, the Makuhita don't even spawn once in a group. The Mankey will sometimes spawn in a group. But they're rare around here. Come on, can the last image of the stream be a real good one? We've already gotten 3 and 3, which... Have I ever gotten 6 shinies in one stream? I'm not certain I have. It wasn't even 6. It was 6 from the sandwiches. Then there's Palmy. 7 I've definitely never gotten. So that's good. That's cool. That's pretty cool, isn't it? The first time I broke the record was 5 with the Eevee Day stream I've done. Well, I just caught 5 shiny Eevee because they had a lot of outbreaks for them. And I evolved into the 5 members of that line that I haven't had yet. I haven't had shiny, obviously, is what I meant to say. But yeah, 7 is definitely a lot. And I'm glad that I'm able to contribute to the Small PokéTuber Club event. Come on, can we get a Makuhita as well? Come on. Come on, come on, come on. We are... Oh, only 4 minutes left. Still possible, though. Still possible. You know, it was actually quite incredible how many Pokemon spawn around here. Let's say even within the cave of the cave where Roaring Moon spawns. Think about the fact that every single Pokemon that's created needs a personality value, right? And increasing shiny chance happens by generating multiple personality values per Pokemon. I don't know which ones is assigned if none of them end up giving you a shiny, but obviously if one does give you a shiny, then that's when the one that's set. But the game still needs to generate six personality values for every boosted Pokemon, and 3 for the rest, because they do have the shiny charm. And it doesn't, and the Switch 2 doesn't even stutter. Like, if you think about it, that's very impressive. Like, even more so when just a group of 5 Mankey just spawned. Each of them got 6 separate personality values. Also, at least here I know we'll get other spawns as soon as the sandwich will run out. So that would at least be easier to notice. So look at how many Makuhita spawned. Okay, that's the same dead end that I ran into before, so let's... Like, it's funny how fast Pokemon spawn when the game has to invoke the RNG 6 times. And has to do this separate calculation for... It has to do, like, a calculation for each one separately. That is other Pokemon spawning. So we couldn't get the Makuhita. But still... Yep, 7 Pokemon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is incredible. That is awesome. And that is gonna be it for this stream. Yeah. Sadly, this is all the time that I have for today. Thank you, Thrax. You made it very fun. But yeah. Outro. Yes. Yeah, so this is going to be it for the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Pokemon content. That is, of course, if you are on YouTube. On Twitch, it is just a follow. I will be back. Probably with ZA. Maybe. I'll have to see if I haven't gotten the shinies that I wanted by that time. There's only 2 left. But either way, I will be back on May 24th in exactly 2 weeks. 3 hours back from this point, just, to the half hour. Rounded to the half hour. So, yeah. If you have subscribed or followed, make sure to follow me on Twitter and or Blue Sky with the links in the YouTube description and the ones the bot is going to send in the chat right now. Is it giving me a translation option on YouTube? What? Weird. Anyways, for updates on the channel and my life in general, I post it whenever I upload a video and before I go live, so they really are the best places to get updated. Hello, Shadow Milk fan. I'm just finishing the stream. I'm sorry. So yeah. So they really are the best places to get updated. If you want to check out, I guess the Scarlet playthrough has there is a link to a playlist down in the YouTube description where I've done at least the Scarlet playthrough. If you want to check that out, then you can check right there. It's obviously also on the playlist tab on the channel. I would say there's more streams, but there aren't more streams. This is the first time I've actually streamed Scarlet specifically. There is a Violet playlist if you want to check out more of the pair as a whole. But obviously, Twitch is not a place for VODs. It's only a place for live. So VODs and extra videos are on YouTube forever. And yeah. Anyways, with that being said, that's all I have for today. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.